Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Today we're gonna have some open Great League battles featuring Trevenant, Sealeo, and Walrein in the back. Both Sealeo and Walrein have Powdered Snow, which charges up the charge moves really fast. Combined with the low-cost charge moves like Body Slam for Sealeo and Icicle Spear for Walrein, and you could be entering the world of Spam City. Combined with the fact that both of these Pokemon are also Shadow and you could be dealing a ton of damage. Unfortunately, both of these Pokemon have the same weaknesses, so Trevenant's role is to cover those weaknesses. And now it's time to get into the battles. Our first opponent brings in a Galar Stunfisk. Interestingly enough, he doesn't go for the Rock Slide right away. I'm thinking he's going to go for the back-to-back. So I charge up to a Shadow Ball to see if he shields. He doesn't shield, but I can't swap out because my backline will get absolutely destroyed by those Rock Slides. He absorbed the first Rock Slide, as well as the second one. He manages to catch our Seed Bomb on the Shiftry. And we counter swap with our Walrein. These Powdered Snows are absolutely destroying the Shiftry, and we're gonna get to the Icicle Spear really fast. He's definitely shielding this Icicle Spear because he's loaded with energy. Now this Leaf Blade is gonna hurt, so we decide to shield up. Unfortunately, he gets to another one, so we decide to shield up and Powder Snow down. The Stunfisk comes back in and we take it out with the Icicle Spear. Now he comes in with a Medicham, which is a huge problem because both Walrein and Sealeo are weak to Medicham. And unfortunately our Trevenant is almost dead at this point. We're definitely going to have to go Spam City on this guy. We hit the Medicham with back-to-back Icicle Spears, swap quickly into Trevenant, and get off the Seed Bomb. We come in with the Sealeo and this game is over. It would have been a different story though if they had Power Up Punch. Although Medicham is scary, the core breaker for this team is actually a Scrafty. All three of these Pokemon lose to Scrafty, and it takes a team effort to be able to take it down. Another problem with this team is it doesn't have a safe swap, so you can get hard countered all the way. In our next match, the opponent comes in with a Walrein. So the plan here is to throw the Seed Bomb and then try to catch the Icicle Spear on our own Walrein. Unfortunately, he doesn't fall for it, and he switches into a Meganium. Now this is still a positive matchup, especially with an energy lead. I understand they probably did it in order to avoid the Trevenant matchup. We're gonna have to shield this Frenzy Plant, but then we'll be able to fast move them down. Now they bring out a Vigoroth, but we're way ahead on energy. And now, welcome to Spam City! Population 1 Vigoroth, who's gonna be ending up with multiple spears to the face. To be honest, Walrein doesn't have that bad a matchup, especially if he has an energy lead. Now the Vigoroth is trying to counter us down, but we're able to get to another spear. He decides not to block it, wasting all that energy. Now he comes back in with his Walrein, and we quickly swap into our Sealeo. Now in this matchup, we do have the advantage. Sealeo's Body Slams are not resisted by Walrein. Unfortunately for Walrein, Icicle Spears are. So they're gonna have to time their Earthquake really well considering we have even shields. And all we have to do is take the Earthquake and then body spam him down. Usually, Icicle Spear is the better move, but in this case, Sealeo double resists the Icicle Spear, while the Body Slam is going to be doing neutral damage to Walrein. In our next match, we're up against a Jellicent. Now this matchup is really tricky and very bait dependent. First we throw the Seed Bomb, knowing that we won't be able to one-shot him with the Shadow Ball anyway. And now we shield this because a Shadow Ball could take us out. Unfortunately, it's just a Bubble Beam bait, and this is really bad. We hit him with another Seed Bomb, but unfortunately, because the Bubble Beam, it doesn't do much damage. And now he hits us with another charge move. I know this is the Shadow Ball, and I decide to use up my last shield. I do manage to Shadow Claw him down, but unfortunately, we are behind on shields. Now I throw the Shadow Ball and immediately switch into the Sealeo. This Alolan Ninetails is not throwing, and that's worrying. He has a lot of energy. I try to take him out with the Body Slam. Unfortunately, it comes short, and he switches to a Vigoroth. This is looking really bad right now. These counters are really chunking, and I try to get to the Body Slam as quickly as I can. And now I'm in real trouble because this Vigoroth could be taking out my entire backline. I have to get this Vigoroth down so that my Trevenant can finish it off. Trevenant's Shadow Claws are double resisted by the Vigoroth, so I'm gonna have to get to that charge move. Now the Vigoroth throws the Body Slam and tries to snipe me with the Alolan Ninetails, but I switched to the Walrein and managed to catch the Weather Ball. And managed to Powder Snow him down and have enough energy for the Icicle Spear for the Vigoroth. The great thing about Trevenant is he does wall Vigoroth really well. Good game to my opponent. Next up, we have an Abomasnow lead. Now we're gonna charge up a little bit and then switch to our Walrein. He counter switches into a Lickitung. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep on spamming these Icicle Spears. But this is kind of scary because he does have that Power Whip and it's gonna do a lot of damage if it lands. Okay, we decide not to shield this, but unfortunately it's the Power Whip and it does do a lot of damage. But we're still able to get to the Icicle Spear to take out the Lickitung. Unfortunately, this is just a chance for the Abomasnow to fast move us down. Come back in with the Sealeo, but this Abomasnow has a dangerous amount of energy, so we decide to shield. Sealeo does get to these Body Slams really fast though, and being Shadow, the damage is quite significant. Now even if one of these energy balls gets through, the match could be over, because our Trevenant would have a really horrible matchup with this Abomasnow. So we're gonna keep on shielding everything he throws at us. Now I'm wondering what his third Pokemon could be. It could be a fighter or a fairy type. Now here the opponent makes a nice catch on his Azumarill. This is our chance to bring in our Trevenant. I'm gonna keep on trying to spam these Seed Bombs, but I have to be careful because our opponent still has a shield. We can definitely live an Ice Beam and still get to 2 Seed Bombs before this Azu can throw another Ice Beam. Now our opponent plays this really nice. He hits us with the Ice Beam and then fast moves down the Trevenant. We bring the Sealeo back into play, and our only play here is to have 2 Body Slams, one for each of the remaining Pokemon. Keep in mind that the Abomasnow still has energy, so what we're gonna have to do is do a back-to-back Body Slam. The Abomasnow comes in and we hit it with the Body Slam. And now we're gonna race to the second Body Slam to win the game. It's really important not to give up, no matter how bad the situation is. That was a nail biter. Good game to my opponent. The key to playing this team is to be really aggressive. And when you have the advantage, you have to press it for all it's worth. Now this is a really positive lead. They switch out to their Nidoqueen and we immediately go into our Walrein. At this point, it's imperative that we keep alignment because once that Medicham gets locked in with our backline, it will be really tough. Fortunately, we can get through these Icicle Spears really fast. But our opponent keeps on shielding them. And now we're 2 shields ahead, and this puts us in a really good position. We wait until the last possible moment before coming in with the Sealeo in order to free up the switch clock. Okay, most likely this is just a Poison Fang, so we let it through. And now we're gonna aggressively farm down this Nidoqueen and come out with a lot of energy. The Medicham comes back in. We're going to chip it with this Water Pulse, and then come in with our Trevenant. Unfortunately, he comes in with his own Shadow Walrein. Fortunately, we didn't throw the Shadow Ball, and now we can go for the back-to-back Seed Bombs. Now this Medicham has nowhere to go and he knows it and concedes. As you can see, with 2 Ice types, Nidoqueen doesn't have much play. And now we have a horrible lead in Pidgeot, so we decide to swap out right away into Walrein. Our biggest fear is realized as Scrafty comes out into the field. Scrafty is a beast once he starts getting ahead on power-up punches. And that foul play is gonna absolutely destroy the Trevenant. We take the power-up punch and go for back-to-back Icicle Spears. Surprisingly, he lets both through, and we end up with a simultaneous KO. Now the choice of which Pokemon to come in with is critical. So I come in with the Sealeo. I guessed right and I rush to the Body Slam. He shields the Body Slam and comes in with a Clefable. Okay, so this is really tough. I'm going to hit it with a Body Slam and switch out into the Trevenant. Now I go for a Shadow Ball. This should be enough to take it out if they don't shield. Now the Pidgeot comes back in and immediately throws. I don't want to give the Pidgeot any farm, so I let it go. These gusts are chunking, so we're gonna have to go for 2 Body Slams. He shields the Body Slam, then gets to his own Feather Dance. Now can we make it to another Body Slam? Yes we can, with 1 HP and a Dream. Now I'm wondering if he would have been able to gust us down if he didn't go for the Feather Dance. And now we have the best lead, a Swampert. But he swaps out into a Walrein. And we make a mistake. Instead of switching into the Sealeo, we swap into our own Walrein instead. Now this is a very bait dependent matchup. We called the Earthquake correctly. And now we're gonna try to bait our opponent. Okay, so he takes the bait. And now we rush to the Earthquake. But before we get there, he gets to another move. Now we throw the Earthquake, and he doesn't shield. But instead he switches to the Swampert. We throw an Icicle Spear, hoping to get a shield, but he doesn't fall for it. Now we jump in with our Trevenant and throw the Seed Bomb, which he shields. And now he manages to get to the Sludge Wave and take out our Trevenant. Now we come back in with our Walrein, hoping to farm him down, but he gets to another move. And that Hydro Cannon takes us really low. Frankly, I still have no idea what the last Pokemon is at this point. I'm hoping it's not a fighter though. Otherwise, it's game over. Now he comes in with his Walrein and hits me with the Icicle Spear. Now I counter with my own Icicle Spear to take him out. I swap out right away, banking the Icicle Spear, and the last Pokemon is a Froslass. Now this is where the mistake I made earlier is coming back to haunt me. Instead of being able to hit the Froslass with an Earthquake, we're gonna have to go for the Water Pulse, which isn't gonna do much damage. Now it becomes obvious we're not gonna hit another Water Pulse, so we decide to try the Chip with a double resisted Body Slam. Now he takes us out with the Shadow Ball, but we come back in with the Walrein with the banked Icicle Spear and manage to barely take them out. Those were some amazing games with my opponent. Thank you to all of them, and we'll see you next time.